process and open up to questions at the end. If we aren't able to answer all of your questions today, Harriet and I will reach out directly to answer them for you, so don't worry. So I am going to turn it over to Harriet, and she's going to tell you a little bit about how it all began.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking some time to be on this call today. So I kind of want to talk to you about how this all began. I like to call this my brush stroke of luck. I had just had my first child, and I needed a girls' trip bad. During this girls' weekend in 2009, we stumbled on a local paint and sip painting class. With 2 bottles of wine in our hands, children-free, we walked into the studio where there was a group of people, a blank canvas, and an instructor. We were taught step by step on how to recreate a painting. Keep in mind, I have not picked up a paintbrush since middle school, and I have no artistic ability in my body. So I started sipping on my wine to ease me through it all. At the end of the class, my friend and I enjoyed our conversation, relaxing and making memories. And to my surprise, I ended up with an amazing painting. It was a creative bonding experience and a change of pace from a typical girls' night out. It hit me that this concept of group painting for fun is a largely untapped market opportunity, and I knew that Raleigh, North Carolina had to have one. So, in 2010, I took a leap of faith and passion and left my corporate career to launch Wine and Design. As a mom with a young child, I was on a mission to build a fun, rewarding business that enabled me to be a mom and do something I truly love and also make a good living at the same time. I also wanted to include fun painting events for the whole family. In 2011, our lead artist at the time loved Wine and Design so much that they wanted their own studio. So that's when we decided to start franchising. So we awarded the first Wine and Design franchise in Cary, North Carolina. Since then, they have grown to be multi-unit owners, and they are amazing people. 6 years later, we have been recognized as one of the best new franchises in the country.
So let's talk about a little bit how we've grown. Since opening the first studio in 2010, we've grown to over 75 locations in 16 states. We've grown to metropolitan areas like Brooklyn, New York, to smaller communities like Jacksonville, North Carolina. When we find a candidate we're excited about, we're motivated to bring a studio to their area. We believe that smart, sustainable growth is the way to go. It allows us to maintain the strong brand Harriet has created while also being able to continue being supportive for our family of franchisees.
So, who are we? Most of you are familiar with Wine and Design, whether you're new or have enjoyed it for years, or even just seen a friend on Facebook holding up their masterpiece. We offer private and public wine and paint parties for all experience levels, communities, and age groups. From the start, we have been hands-on, and we've been a hands-on and innovative company, which is extremely important to us that we are always evolving and motivated to provide the best paint and sip class for everyone. If you've never attended a class, no worries. I encourage you to reach out and take a class to see for yourself how we are unique in the paint and sip industry.
So today we're going to highlight a few things that make us so special. I know we've said it a couple of times, but people fall in love with Wine and Design for a number of reasons. The sense of community we create and foster is really meaningful to us. We're a place where people come to relax, have fun, and make memories. This is one of the many things that set Wine and Design apart. In addition, we're a low investment cost, have brand marketing recognition, and our corporate team has over 20 years of combined corporate experience. And not to mention, most of us have either managed or owned a wine and design studio. Last but not least, we have 4 divisions. We also like to call these our multiple revenue streams. These divisions allow our studio owners to have a larger target audience and offer multiple classes a day in and out of their studio. Let's take a look at our 4 divisions.
As I mentioned before, when I started this, I wanted this business to be a family-friendly business. From there, Art Buzz Kids was created. Art Buzz Kids is our kids division. It's a perfect way to spark a child's creativity and imagination. We offer summer camps, birthday parties, mommy and me classes, and even after-school programs. Our passion is art, and to inspire children to have fun and get creative is a way to get the whole family involved with Wine and Design. Art Buzz Kids Camp during the summer is always the highlight for my 8-year-old now, which was 8 years ago pretty much, and my 5-year-old. Another thing about the Our Best Kids division for our franchisees, a lot of them teach these classes, which is, a lot of kind of a good money saver for them as well. Our next division is our On Wheels division. We bring the Art Bus to you. We partner with local businesses to offer fun and creative painting parties at a variety of your favorite venues. We can go to bars, restaurants, retirement homes, schools, you name it. We can even come to your home. Wine and Design on Wheels is a great way for our franchisees to be involved with the community and create local business relationships to really spread the word of all we have to offer. Paint It Forward. Wine and Design wouldn't be here today without the support from the local communities. And what way to say thanks than by giving back. Paint It Forward is our fundraising division. We can host private or public painting parties and donate a portion of the proceeds back to local and national organizations of your choice. We also proudly donate gift certificates and paintings to silent and live auctions. Since opening our first Wine and Design studio in 2010, company-wide, we have donated to over 10,000 nonprofits nationwide. And this year, we're taking the Paint It Forward division to the next level by partnering with Project ALS company-wide. Project ALS is an organization that hits home to me personally, and my amazing franchisee family is helping me support this cause. So be on the lookout for more information from your local Wine and Design studio in May, and hopefully you can help contribute to this cause as well. Team building. The idea behind creating our team building division was to offer fun activity for businesses to unplug from the workday. Our team building program offers a variety of packages perfectly tailored for all kinds of local and national businesses to choose from, along with fun little exercise to bring coworkers and the culture of the company together. Coming from a corporate background, I know that most corporate businesses have a healthy budget to spend on team building activities, so this is another way for our franchisees to be involved with the business world. We also are going to be, there's not a slide here, but we're going to be adding another division in the next couple months called our DIY division, which is a do-it-yourself division. We are compiling all of our off-canvas activities that we do throughout the system, like wine painting glass night, ornament night. We also do wreath making, palette, paint on wood, ceramic, you name it. We basically are trying to make a division where you can not just paint on canvas and make your customers want to keep coming back. So all of our divisions are amazing. I think that sets us apart from our competition, especially. And every year we've pretty much added a new division, and we continue to do that to make this brand as most successful as we can.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about the studios themselves. If you haven't had a chance to take a wine and design class, I really hope you can soon, because one of the best things about taking a class is the atmosphere of the studio. So here are a few views from our studios to kind of give you an idea of what they look like on the inside. With having a clean, chic, creative, and modern brand, it only feels right to have our studios reflect that. We have a complete interior and exterior signage package, color palette to pair with our logo, and furnishing options for you to choose from. As you can see, our franchisees kind of have the flexibility to add their own flair to the studio with a couple different options of layout, tables and chairs, and all that fun stuff. Training and support. There's nothing like a night out with friends at Wine and Design, and that starts with our terrific studio owners and dedicated artists paired with an incredible training we provide. From the moment a studio owner signs the franchise agreement to the opening of their studio doors, our team is there every step of the way, and I mean every step. We offer a very clear structure on ongoing support to our brand new studios and studios that have been around for years. Our team of real estate brokers can help you find your perfect location, your studio location, and help with lease negotiations. We offer a 4-day in-person training program at our corporate headquarters here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Our training session covers our divisions, your custom-built website and reservation system, accounting needs, marketing and social media, and of course, artist training. Our website and reservation system provide our owners all the tools they need to successfully run their business. Once you've completed training, we'll get started on your grand opening. With our 5-day grand opening marketing plan and the help with our national PR firm, it's guaranteed you'll start off with a bang. And of course,
a corporate team member being at your grand opening to cheer you on. Our marketing division is constantly brainstorming and working on campaigns and materials to provide our franchisees so they are always cutting edge. They've created a marketing calendar to help you week by week and also host monthly marketing webinars. So not only is the corporate team supportive, but another great support system is our hardworking and amazing family of franchisees. They eagerly share their successes with one another. And of course, as always, I'm always just a phone call away, and I will give you my personal phone number as well as my email, so just call me at any time. I can honestly say that our team provides a 24-hour support system that is very rare to find in other franchise models, and I'm super excited about it.
So some of you might be wondering about where studios get all their supplies, and we help with that too. So we have preferred vendors for everything you'll need to get up and running and so on, from studio signage, paints and canvases, tables and chairs, aprons, and even marketing materials. We've negotiated the lowest prices possible to ensure that our franchisees are getting the quality products for a reasonable price and not having to pay an arm and a leg. So instead of you having to order through corporate with a markup in prices, we actually put you in direct contact with the vendors. And although this isn't technically highlighted as something that sets us apart, it truly is, and it truly is a money saver for our franchisees as well. So that's a little bit about us. Let's talk about you. We want to grow with people who share our passion of wine and design. Our company is fueled by the love of what we do. We want to partner with people who have the ability to create a strong community and also be involved in the community with an outgoing personality and leadership skills. These are all the things that make up our wine design franchisee profile. You can paint your future. It can be overwhelming, going out on a limb and starting your own business. These are a few common misconceptions we hear from potential franchisees all the time. I've never owned a business. Not a problem. Neither have most of our franchisees. That's the beauty of franchising, is we provide a roadmap and resources for you to own a successful business. It's like getting a business in a box. I'm not an artist. Again, not a problem. You don't have to be an artist. We help you through the process of hiring artists and training. There's a similar concept in my area already. Well, this is actually a good thing. Most markets can support multiple paint and sip studios. This just means that your market's already familiar with the concept and is most likely in need of another. I don't have the necessary funding. There are many ways to be creative with funding a studio. For financing options, we're approved with the Small Business Administration Registry for SBA lending, and we also have a partnership with Brand Fund. They're amazing. They really are our consultants. They help you explore what lending options you have to, make sure it's the best decision for you.
So we'll move into financials. So the cost to open a wine and design studio will really vary depending on location. And while each market is different, $46,000 to $95,000 is the average price range we give for the initial investment. This is including the cost of our $25,000 franchise fee, any build-outs for your location, first couple months rent, supplies, artists, signage, etc. Once your studio is up and running, there's a royalty of monthly gross sales. It's a total of 8%, and that percentage, and of that percentage, 6% goes to corporate, and 2% goes to a marketing and advertising fund. The marketing and advertising royalty goes towards your website and any studio level marketing campaigns and materials. As a thank you to veterans, we offer a 15% discount on the franchise fee, and those that are the first to open a new state, you would get a 10% discount on the franchise fee. And also, keep in mind, we have a referral fee program. If you do refer a candidate and they sign on with us, you'll get $3,500. We want to help anyone that is willing to help us grow our brand.
Alrighty, next step. So after the call, we'll be sending the franchise application and recording of the call. So once you complete the application, we'll set up a time to connect on the phone to get to know you better and answer any questions that might come up between now and then. And throughout the validation process, you'll actually have the opportunity to talk with each of our team members to get a better understanding of how we'll work together going forward. If after our phone calls we feel it's the right fit, we invite you to our corporate headquarters for a Discovery Day. Discovery Day, you'll get the opportunity to shake hands and clink glasses with our amazing team. We'll also review the franchise agreement and answer any questions that you might have just to make sure you're comfortable with everything moving forward and signing the franchise agreement. Once you've signed the franchise agreement, it's the fun part. It's time to get the party started.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sitting through our presentation. It was kind of quick, but kind of gives you at least the gist of kind of what Wine and Sound's all about. We're going to open up the floor to some questions. If y'all have anything, just let us know, but we'll kind of start.
Yeah, so y'all sent in some great questions, so thank you. We'll just kind of go through here. Are interested parties able to directly communicate with current franchise owners to hear firsthand about their experience? Absolutely. This is actually a step in our franchising process. We believe it's important for you to be able to talk with studio owners, so we're happy to make that introduction. I know we touched on it earlier, but our franchisees are amazing and so willing and eager to share their successes and willing to talk with potential franchisees to kind of get that firsthand insight.
All right, I'll take the next one. It says, do I sell alcohol or do customers bring their own? Very good question. This really varies depending on the state. For example, North Carolina is a BYOB state, so they don't have to obtain a license, and customers can bring their own beer and wine. They just can't bring liquor. Other states like Virginia, Maryland, California, they do require to have some sort of license, either sell beer or service of beer and wine. So it just depends on your area, and we do, want you to research those laws, and we can help you do that as well.
All righty. Where are you wanting to expand? Well, while we're primarily on the East Coast, since we started in North Carolina and we have a majority of our studios there, we're definitely wanting to expand along the East Coast, but we're absolutely wanting to expand on the West Coast. Within the last year, we've grown locations in California, Arizona, so we're definitely wanting to be on, all parts of the map.
Let's see, the next question. How long does this process take? Well, this can vary also. From signing the franchise agreement to opening your doors, it honestly typically takes between 3 to 8 months. This is a wide range due to the alcohol license, like I mentioned before. If you're in the state of a BYOB, then you'll probably be, getting up and running in a shorter timeline. Again, as corporate, we are wanting to get you up and running as fast as we can, but we want to make sure the laws are done, and we're making you follow our process.
All righty. Do you have a limit on how many studios can be set up in a geographic area? Great question. So we do, as Harriet mentioned earlier, we do work with real estate brokers to help you find your space. They negotiate the lease, they run all the demographic reports, all of that. But you do have a territory protection. So it's a 2-mile radius around your studio location and also an MSA population of 50,000 people. So we really use that to kind of base it off of, and we definitely take into consideration with more rural towns. That's why we give both options of the 2-mile radius and the population to kind of protect studios in all different areas.
Let's see. Is it possible to maintain a full job while starting up this franchise? Well, yes. We do require you to have a manager if wine design is not your career. It's not necessary. It's very necessary to put in time to your studio. You definitely want to be the face of your studio. So if you're not there from 9 to 5, you definitely would not want to be there at night, especially at the beginning. This isn't a traditional 9 to 5 job, but it does require you or your manager to be present. But it definitely can be run by a manager, and having this be your second job.
And we also help with the training of the managers too, so it's not something you would have to worry too much about. It's a great question. What are the usual times of the classes? So our nightly classes during the week are typically 6:30 to 8:30 at night. And during the weekends, that's our busy time. So you could have, 8 to 10 events during the weekend all throughout the day if you're utilizing all the divisions. Classes are 2 hours, so it's really up to you when you want to have classes during the day, during the week as well. But typically the classes are 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay, let me see what else. How many artists do I need to hire? Well, we suggest starting out with at least 3 to 5 and growing from there. If you want to have enough artists to meet you want to make sure you have enough artists to meet the demand, especially on the weekends, like Sherry just said. When you're busy with private parties, you could have, parties from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. if you want to make sure you have enough power to keep that going. One artist cannot sustain that full day, for sure. But again, we help you train those artists and train you on what to look for.
And I see somebody else just submitted a question about artists too. How do you find the instructors? So we help you through that process. So we have sample verbiage for you to put out, kind of suggestions. But really, artists can be, come from anywhere. If you have a college near you, that's always great. Teachers, really anybody that's just wanting a fun extra job.
Yeah, and we actually don't call them artists. We call them, what is it?
Entertainers.
Entertainers, because they really need to be entertainers. As you can imagine, again, we walk you through that process.
Okay, how do you compete with Painting with a Twist or competitors in your market? This is a really great question. It's inevitable to have competition. Painting with a Twist and other competitors are big, and they've done an incredible job. So we see this as a good thing, actually. What we are as a brand and what we're doing is enough to stand out with our divisions and branding and our classes. Really make our customers fall in love with us. And if not, that's okay, because there's definitely enough to go around. But just from customer feedback and talking with our franchisees and their market, people will go to a competitor and say, wow, I love the atmosphere and the studio feel and just the customer service that Wine & Dine provides, and the paintings. So I think that really kind of makes us stand out with competition as well. And again, our divisions, Harriet touched on our DIY division. That's another thing that's just, we're constantly evolving and staying above the competition to keep that repeat customer level high. Alrighty, we'll answer a few more on the set of time.
So there's one question. It's a great question. How does the Art Buzz portion work? Do you reach out to school systems for customers? So with the Art Buzz portion, we have a whole manual on how to do the Art Buzz program. We have a great who created the Art Buzz program. Really, she's got 3 kids. She really understands kids as well as we all do on our team. So we have it step by step on. We have marketing materials you can take to school, and we actually use the Art Buzz. We have Art Buzz trademark. So we use the Art Buzz logo when we go to schools, and we try to sell them to the school systems, because obviously you don't want to sell Wine & Dine to a 5-year-old. So that's why we did trademark the Art Buzz Kids logo. So that's one reason how we can kind of get around the school system. But again, it's a great program, and if you really put a lot of effort in it, it really helps, especially in the slower months, to do that.
What kind of marketing do you suggest to build market share in a particular area? This is a great question. And just to kind of brag on our marketing team a little bit, they're a great resource. Before you even come to training, or as soon as you sign on, they're in touch, and they really help you get to know your market better. Making sure that you're aware of all the publications or what's going on in your town, to kind of better understand your demographics so you know how to reach your customers. because, you know, every market's different, and we've kind of seen it all. So they're a great resource in helping you kind of build on what you should be marketing in your area. That's a great question.
And the next steps, if this is something interested to you, then, you know, you will be in touch with our marketing team, and they can kind of elaborate on what they can help you with as well. Is there any more?
Okay, we'll answer one or two more. We have a couple more minutes. When preparing for paintings, how are the drawings traced? Great question. Kind of a couple of different ways. Varies on what works best for studio owners and artists. We do have we kind of have a, not a secret system, but it's a system that we have that we teach our franchisees what to do, and you'll learn that once you become a franchisee. But it's definitely a system that makes it easy for you or your artist to trace out the canvas in a very timely manner. We do believe that tracing the canvas is a great thing that Line Design offers, because it allows our customers not to feel so intense. Believe me, the first night that I went to the paint step 5 years ago, when it was a blank canvas, I was very intimidated. But again, we do every class, our artist offers up a blank canvas to any customer they would like to, you know, do it from scratch, for sure. All righty. Well, keep coming in. So yeah, keep submitting your questions. And like we mentioned earlier, if we don't get to them today on the webinar, we'll be sending up a follow-up email with all this information in it, the recording, and also any other questions that were not answered. So they'll be in there as well. And hopefully we can, you know, schedule time to talk to every single one of you guys in the next couple of weeks to kind of move forward with the next process. Yeah, so thank y'all so much for taking the time and learning more about us. And like Harriet said, we're excited to chat more with you. Yeah, and y'all have a wonderful day, and y'all take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.